Hi YouTube, it's CJ, and I've got a few tips and tricks that I want to share with you today. These are just things that I use on a regular basis. I don't actually claim any of them because I'm sure that somewhere on YouTube or somewhere someone else has already mentioned them, and I like doing this. I think making life as easy as possible is always a great thing. So I'll go ahead and get started. I've got a few things I want to show you. First of all, if you are using your phone for a camera, this is a little tripod, see right here, that's meant specifically for a phone, and then it just clamps in right here. Okay, I got this one on eBay. I don't remember the name of the seller, but just put in the general information, tripod and phone, and it'll come up. These are real inexpensive. I think I paid $6, maybe $7 for this, and it works great if you're using your phone. Okay, next thing. I have fallen in love with these brushes that have the acrylic handle. No more paint falling into my work because I left it too long in the water, and I think all of us have done that. But these acrylic handle brushes, they are different brands. You can get them different places. They're all over internet. I think these I got, I want to say at Walmart, but I'm not real sure. But they work great, and they're not real expensive. To me, it's kind of disposable. If I happen to ruin it, no big deal, because it wasn't real expensive to begin with. Okay, next thing is I want to talk to you about when you get ready to mail things out. I mail a lot of things out, at least once a week, and this is an example of an envelope that I'm getting ready to mail. Okay, now as you can see, I've got my address up there towards the corner. You're going to have the sending to right here, and then I've added a little artwork. Now some of the postal offices, what can I say, I think they get a little irritated by that, but you know what, that's just too bad. As long as I can leave them some space on there to do what they need to do. They have a white strip that will go right here, and then they will have the postal strip that will go right here. I rarely ever use stamps, and the reason being is if I have them put a metered stamp on my piece, whether it's like this or an individual envelope, that is my proof that I have sent out my package or swap, and that's all there is to it. I've got it on paper, and I can make a video of it. Okay, now let's say for example you have got a envelope, or in this case this is more of a package because you can see it's thicker, 1/4 inch thick, and it becomes more expensive. Certain sizes become more expensive, so that's something you do need to watch out for, even though you may have something that is real lightweight. This happens to be a declaration form. This is something in which when you mail outside of the United States, you're going to need to fill one of these puppies out. Okay? Now, you can see how big this thing is. Alright? If I wanted to use that on this envelope, it would cover up all this work that I've done. So that's something you need to think about before you ever send one of these out. Declaration form is nothing at all to fill out. In fact, all it is, I'm going to get a new one here to show you. All it is the name, the address that's yours and the person you're sending it to, and then you're going to put in here, let's see if I can get to the darker side, just one second here. Well, this is supposed to be green. I don't know if it's going to show up green or not. You put your name here, you put their name here and their address. Over here you are putting in what is in that package. For example, in this one that you see, I have got craft paper, I've got some charms, I have some stickers, and they want you to list, like I have 2 sticker packages, 5 charms, and then here they're going to ask you to itemize or give an estimate as to how much the value is. And then here I always put gift. One of the problems is if you put in there that that package is worth, oh, I don't even know what the limits are, but there's certain limits for different countries. $100. It's a good possibility that that person might end up having to pay a fee to get that package. So I always put a low amount. I try very hard to be honest, but I would hate for that person not to be able to get their package. Okay, there's the package. Now, another thing I want to show you is when I get ready to mail this package out, I'm not going to lick that surface. I don't put anything in my mouth that isn't edible and I know where it came from. So I just use my handy dandy glue stick, give it a swipe like this, fold it over. I take my tape like this, and I do not buy those silly little packages of tape because I use so much of it. And I'll put one here, and I will put one down here. The reason is this can fail. This can fall out. If your package opens en route, it gets all scooped up, whatever the contents are, put it into a bag, and you might be able to get it sent further, but chances are you won't. Okay, a couple other things. This is a container that I use quite a bit. Just a little plastic container, as you can see. I've got several different size tubes in here. Some are from toilet paper, paper towels. I think this larger one was from a gift wrap. Okay, and here comes my dog again. I don't know what it is about my filming, but she always has to get a drink. Say hello to Java. Lick, lick, lick. Always have to get a drink. Poor baby. Okay, back to this. Anything that has to be on end like this, that's what goes in here. Easy to do, and I don't bother decorating this stuff. I know what it is, but if you like to decorate things, go for it. But this is a real handy dandy little thing just to put your things in that need to be face down. Alright. Another thing I use a lot is this. When I'm getting ready to hot glue anything or use my what do you call that? Lost my train of thought. So sorry. I'll come back to that part. When I get ready to use my glue gun, I just set it right on here, and so if anything drips, it drips onto here. If I'm getting ready to emboss something, I just clip it right to it like this, and I can emboss the devil out of that thing and not worry about burning myself. Okay, the word I was looking for, heat gun. I also set my heat gun on this, and that way I know that if for some reason it is still warm, it's not going to hurt anything. I hold things down with this little spatula, and this I picked up, I believe, at a dollar store for, well, $1, and it works perfect. No more burning your fingers. If you use a lot of large pieces of paper that you emboss or whatever, just use the larger clipboard. Okay? Alright, what else have I got here? This is just a magnet. That's all it is. You can put your pins like this on there. Okay? Let's say, for example, you drop a container of brads. Okay? Or a container of needles. Just come across it like this, and you have picked them up. I've done that so many times. Another thing that I use a lot is this little thing right here. This happens to be a little tiny flashlight, but you could use any size flashlight. Let's say, for example, you drop a small screw, brads, needle, what have you, and you just have not had any luck finding them. What you can do is turn your lights off, turn your light on with your little flashlight, and they will show up so much easier. This also works for locating contact lens. One day I was in the dentist's office, and he had some little screw from something he was working with fall out. And that's just exactly what we did. We got out the flashlight, turned the lights off, and he found that puppy. Alright. I don't know about you, but I've got a lot of these things. These are the little stamps like this that you can buy. And I hate messing around trying to find the A, find the Z. This container is one in which bullets come in. This container is one in which you can store bullets in. So if you know someone that has a gun, does some shooting, they'll probably be able to pick one of these up for you. Or just go to any type of sports store like Academy, and they sell these boxes. They're not very expensive, and I love these. Works great. Always have my alphabet in order. Alright, let's see. What have I got left? Here's a couple more things. This just happens to be a little old can opener. You could use probably even the type that opened bottles. I'm not sure about that, but I have arthritis in my hands and my fingertips. I have a lot of hard time opening these edges here. And some of them you'll find are almost flat. So what I will do is I'll just put that on there, and there it is. It's open, and I haven't hurt myself. Alright, last thing is this. I don't know if you recognize what that is. It's a little tiny container of Vaseline. And this container has saved me many, many times. I will put that on anything that, let's say it has a screw top to it, like if I have a tube of paint, I will put that on the end of that tube so that taking the cap off is so much easier. So anyway, I hope you find that some of these little tips and tricks are helpful, and I'll be back with you another time. You have a great day. Bye-bye.